Morning students, today we will complete the chapter role of the government in health. The previous day we started and completed the half of it. So here is to study the story of Hakim Sheikh and the cost of the cure. There are two different stories. Read it by yourself. I am explaining right now the stories. Hakim Sheikh was an agricultural laborer who fell from the train and injured his head badly. So he taken to the government hospital in Kolkata, but they refused to admit him because they did not have a spare bed. In another hospital they didn't have specialized doctors. So in various excuses they did not admitted Hakim Sheikh. Finally he was admitted a private hospital where he received treatment. He spent lot of money on his treatment because as we get to know that the government hospital is free, treatment is free of cost, or we can spend a very less amount of money, but in a private hospital you have to pay for everything. So angry and upset over different attitude, all the hospitals that refused to admit him, Hakim Sheikh and PBKMS filed a case on the court. This was the story of Hakim Sheikh and the cost of a cure. Aman and Rajan are good friends. While Rajan comes from a well-to-do family, Aman's parents have struggled to make ends meet. So Aman was a rich kid and Rajan was a poor kid. So they both have got flu at the same time. So Aman got admitted at a private hospital and Rajan got admitted in a government hospital. So the treatment, the behavior of the both institutions are very different. This is discussed in this story. Read it. So public and private healthcare services. From the above story you must have understood that we can roughly divided up various healthcare facilities into two categories. One is public health services and another is private health facilities. Public health services. The public health services is a chain of health centers and hospital run by the government. So this private healthcare service is run by government. They are linked together so they can cover both rural and urban cases and can also provide treatment all kind of problems for common illness to special services. All the village level there are health centers where there is usually a nurse and a health worker. They are treated in dealing the common illness at the primary health centers. Such centers cover many villages and rural area. At the district level, the district hospital also supervised all level of health centers. Large cities have many government hospitals such as one where Aman were taken, also specialized government hospitals such as where Hakim Sheikh stories. So government hospital is mainly the chain of health centers and hospitals. So they can cover the rural area and urban area at a time. These health centers are supervised by the primary hospitals and the primary hospitals are supervised by the district level hospitals. And in the urban area there are various type of government hospital like specialized hospital, supervised hospital, or common illness treatment hospital. The health service is called public for many reasons. In order to fulfill its commitment for providing health care to all the citizens, the government has to establish these hospitals and health centers. Also, the reason need to run these services are obtained from the money that we, the public, pay to the government as taxes. Hence, such facilities are meant for everyone. one of the most important aspects of public health system is that it means to provide quality health care service either free or at a very low cost, so that even a poor can seek treatment. Another important function of the public health care is to take action in the to prevent the spread of diseases such as TB, malaria, jaundice, cholera, diarrhea, chikungunya, etc. So, the main motto to establish the public healthcare system is that government has some responsibility towards its people to give them free treatment or give a healthy life. So, they has to establish the hospitals. Another reason is we pay tax to the government for taking care of us. So, he has to be responsible for our health. Another reason is that each and everyone can get treated for these hospitals, as these hospitals are treated for free or a very low cost. So, poor people can also avail the cost. And another reason is that to create public awareness about the transmitted diseases like TB, malaria, jaundice, cholera, diarrhea, chikungunya, etc. This has to be organized by government with the participation of people, otherwise it is not effective. For example, when taking up a campaign to see the mosquito do not breed in water cooler, rooftop, etc., this has to be done for all the houses in the area, and if there is not any government announcement or campaign, that is not possible. Recall the case of Hakim Sheikh. Would you like to know what court said to the case? So, as we get to know that Hakim Sheikh was filed a case against the hospitals. According to the constitution, it is the primary duty of government to ensure the welfare of the people and provide healthcare facilities to all. The government must safeguard the right of life of every person. The court said that the difficulty that Hakim Sheikh had to face could have cost him his life. If a hospital cannot provide timely medical treatment to a person, it means that this protection of life is not being given. The court also said that it was duty of government to provide the necessary health services and including treatment in emergency situation. Hospital and medical staff must fulfill their duty of providing necessary treatment. Hakim Sheikh was denied treatment at various government hospitals. Therefore, the court asked the state government to give the money and that he had spent on his treatment. So, the court said that it is the primary duty of government to take care of its people by giving them the treatment, and as it can cost the life of Hakim Sheikh, as hospitals didn't give him the medicinal or treatment he deserved, so government have to pay his medical bills which is spent in a private hospital. Now, private facilities. There is a wide range of private health facilities that exist in our country. Large number of doctors run their own private chains. In rural areas, one find registered medicinal practitioners. Urban areas have large number of doctors, many of them providing specialized services. There are hospitals and nursing homes that are privately owned. There are many laboratories that do the test and offer special facilities such as X-ray, ultrasound, etc. There are also shops for where we buy medicines. So, in rural area, the private facilities is very less, but in urban area there is various type of private hospitals, laboratories, shops where you can get each and every medicinal support, but you have to pay for yourself. As the name suggests, private health facilities are not owned or controlled by government. Unlike the public health services, in private facilities, patients have to pay a lot of money for every services they use. Today, the presence of private facilities can be seen all around. In fact, now there are large companies that run hospitals, and some are engaged in manufacturing and selling medicines. Medical shops are found in every corner of the country. Healthcare equality. Is adequate healthcare available to all? In India, we face situation where private services are increasing but public healthcare system are not. That is then available to people are mainly private hospitals. These are concentrated in urban area. The cost of the service is rather high. Medicines are expensive. Many people cannot afford them or have to borrow money when there is illness in the family. So, day by day the private services are increasing in India, but the public health services are not. And these health services are mainly concentrated in urban area. And in the private sector, the medicinal cost and the treatment is very high. So, everyone cannot avail these services. So if anyone get ill from the family, they have to borrow money. Some private hospitals encourage incorrect practices to earn more. At times, expensive alternatives, though available, may not be used. For example, some medical practitioners are found to some medicinal practitioners are found to prescribe superfluous medicines, injection or salines when simple medication can be sufficient. So, in private sector, you can see that as the medicine is very expensive, the treatment also very expensive, and the procedure of the treatment also very expensive. Where you can apply a simple treatment, they give you various type of tests or expensive medicines that cost more. In fact, barely 20% of the population can afford all the medicines that may require during an illness. Hence, even for those whom one might not think as being poor, medical expenses cause hardship. It was reported in the study of 40% of the people who are admitted to the hospital for some illness or injuries have to borrow money or sell some of their possessions to pay the expenses. So if the people who get treatment from the private hospital is not poor, the expense is so high for the treatment, they have to sell anything or borrow money from anyone or take a loan. These are the problems. For those who are poor, every illness is in the family is a cause of great anxiety and distress. What is worse, in this situation tend to happen again and again. Those who are poor are in the first place undernourished. These families are not eating as much as they should. They are not provide the basic necessities like drinking water, adequate housing, clean surrounding, etc. as therefore more likely to fall ill. The expense on illness make their situation even worse. Sometimes it is not only the lack of money that prevents people from getting proper medicinal treatment. Women, for example, not taken to a doctor in a prompt manner. Women's health concerns are considered to be less important than the health of a man in a family. Many tribal areas have few healthcare centers and may not run properly. Even private health services are not available. So the private sectors is not only the problem. There are various type of problem, like the people who are poor, they didn't get the proper housing system or drinking water or proper meal they should have to get. The expense of the illness make their situation even worse. Sometimes the lack of money prevent people from getting proper medicinal treatment. And as Indian society, men are more powerful than women, and women are neglected each and every criteria of their lifestyle, like they didn't get the education properly, they didn't get the treatment properly, because they are very neglected in our society. In many tribal area have few health centers and they do not run properly, and in rural area there is very less amount of private hospital. What can be done? There are little doubt that the health situation of most people in our country is not good. It is the responsibility of government to provide quality healthcare services to all the citizens, especially the poor and the disadvantaged. However, health is as much dependent on the basic amenities and social condition of the people as it is and healthcare service. Hence, it is important to work on both in the order to improve and health situation in our people. And this can be done. Look the following examples. The Kerala experience. In 1996, the Kerala government made some major changes in the state. 40% of the entire state budget has given to Panchayat. They could plan and provide for their requirements. This made it possible for village to make sure the proper planning has done for water, food, women's development and education. This means the water supply scheme are checked, the working of school and Anganwadi was ensured, and specified problems of the village were taken up. Health centers were also improved. All of this helped to improve the situation, and despite these efforts, however, some problems such as the shortage of medicines, insufficient hospital beds, not enough doctors remain, and these need to be addressed. Let us take an example of another country and its approach issue to health. The Costa Rica approach. Costa Rica is considered to be one of the healthiest countries in Central America. The main reason for this can be found in the Costa Rica Constitution. Several years ago, Costa Rica took a very important decision and decided not to have any army. This helped Costa Rica government to spend money that the army would have used on health and education and other basic needs of the people. And Costa Rica government believes that the country has to be healthy for its development and pay lot of attention to the health of its people. The Costa Rica government provide basic services and amenities to all the Costa Ricans. For example, it provides safe drinking water, sanitation, nutrition and housing. Health education also considered very important, and knowledge about health is an essential part of education level. So what we get to know, there are various problems in our healthcare system. So what we can done, we saw a example from our country, the Kerala experience, where the state government made some major changes in 1996. They decided the 40% of entire state budget was given to the panchayat. So panchayat can decide how, as the percentage of rural area in our country is very high, so panchayat can decide how they can develop or actually develop their rural area. So the panchayat gave the money to the healthcare system, the education, the food and water and women's development. So at this system the Kerala get much better position, but there is nowadays there is insufficient hospital beds or not enough doctors. These are the main, but the number is very less. And in Costa Rica, this is a country from Central America, they decided not to have army. This helped Costa Rica government to spend the money the army would have been used to health, education and other basic needs of people. Costa Rica government believes that the country has to be healthy for their development and pays a lot of attention on the health of its people. At this way, Costa Rica is one of the healthiest country of Central America. So these are two very good example how you can take care of your own people in the means of health, education and standard of lifestyle. So I hope you understand what I taught you today. Please read this chapter. Tomorrow from next day we will start our exercise, and read the chapter very carefully. Thank you. Take care.